and I'm not going to point out all of our team, but anybody who's wearing a hard hat had something to do with this event and this day and what's going to be built here. And if you're missing a hat, you should have one, tell me. I just want to thank you all. Please help yourselves to the gorgeous treats.
Not while I'm talking.
Not while you're talking. And there's plenty of bubbly white wine and soda water and water. We're going to do the digging over there because our photographer said it was shadier. So grab something to drink. And but before we go over and dig a couple of shovelfuls, I want to introduce our leader, the visionary of this event. We're standing on Manahoac land. I should acknowledge whose land this was long ago, and we recognize all the people who've been here since. And now Chuck is putting his thumbprint on this, and I welcome you all.
Well, thank you, Betsy. So, thank you all very much for being here. It's as many of you said when you walked up today, it's a great day. It's I'd call it sort of a hallelujah day. I want to be clear that there will be actually no construction activity here in the next week or two. You won't see buildings going up or anything like that. We're still waiting for the last of our permits, which are the application process is very nearly complete. And the first thing that you'll see us do is move a lot of earth. This earth is not very good for building. It's very wet and so on, and we're going to move a lot of it right across the street to the fire department, which wants to fill in that place next to their existing building. So I just have a couple of thoughts that I want to share with you before we go fake the dig. Isn't that Au Courant language in there? So we have just so you know, over there at the edge of the woods, we're gonna save all major trees on the property where at all possible, and they've been tagged and so on. And if you have one you want to find out about, when you see people around, just ask them at some point. There's going to be a retaining wall on the east side of this field here, and that retaining wall will range from about 4 feet up to 9 or 10 feet, running from all the way down there up this way, and it will separate us from the wetlands and the stream which exists over there, which we're restoring, and it will also put the buildings at or above the 100-year floodplain. So that's a very important thing. And Betsy mentioned the Manahoac. Through the process with the Corps of Engineers, 4 separate indigenous tribes were given an opportunity to comment on this project. It's part of their requirement these days. All of them came back and said, we got nothing working there, thank you very much. So I just want to say, like Betsy did, we had so many people involved, starting off with the town council. There's some members here. Thank you all, the Planning Commission, the Architectural Review Board. Each of those groups spent a lot of really serious time looking at our plans and our designs and making constructive criticisms, virtually all of which we thought was a really good idea, and we moved the needle because of that. So we thank them especially for their good work. We have our architectural firm is Gensler here. I don't know whether Tom is here from Michael Ferguson's office or not.
No, he's not.
Michael couldn't be here because he just had both knees replaced. Then on our side we have Betsy Dietl, as you have already met, and Richie Burke, Steve Plesko, who's a civil engineer running the project up to this point in time. Who am I leaving off?
Timmy and
Tim.
Oh yeah, where's Tim? Where's Tim Horner the fourth? His initials are HRH. There's no coincidence for that.
Duncan and Jordan.
And well, we mentioned the architects there, Jordan and
John.
absolutely. Then our lawyer John Foote over there and his beautiful wife. Thank you. Michael Sands, the other part of Betsy, is it where? Beautiful husband. Beautiful husband. There you go. Thanks, Ralph. And let's see if I have anything else I need to say. What else do I need?
We've got a few words from Joe Whitehead and
on,
Drew
on behalf of the
and Debbie.
Great.
No, I just want to say, thank you to Chuck and Dee and Betsy and the rest of the Rush River team for the vision and the generosity of coming to Washington and envisioning this this project. I think I also to echo Chuck's comments about the thanks to Carolyn Yancey, who I know is not here today, and the rest of the Planning Commission, as well as Drew, who is in the audience, and the ARB for the hard work they did, and then all of you who came to meetings, as Betsy said, our many meetings, right. To talk about how this would fit into the fabric of our community. Because I think Rush River does get at a lot of questions we've all had about how the county and the town evolve, and does it in that thoughtful way that we had hoped in the plans that were made by our various under our various planning documents about how to thoughtfully add to our villages and our towns without changing what we all love about Rappahannock. So anyway,
thanks, Joe.
yeah, appreciate it.
Kier, do you or come on?
Drew's gonna
Drew, yeah, right. Yeah, get that hat on.
Do I get to keep the hat?
Absolutely.
Okay, perfect. I just wanted to say thank you especially to Chuck and also Gensler for your patience and your collaboration with the Architectural Review Board. We stuck true to the spirit of our historical guidelines, and as a result, came up with a solution that fits in beautifully with our town, and future generations will thank you. On a personal note, as the next door neighbor, I'm really excited to welcome my new neighbors when they arrive. So, thank you again.
Debbie, yeah, great. Our chairman of the board.
Thank you very much for letting me speak today, and for all of the effort you and your team have gone to up to this point with this project. I know how important it is to work so hard on something you're passionate about and then actually see the ground get broken. So today I wish you congratulations and hopefully good weather for your construction. It seems fitting to me that today is Flag Day and we're cutting the ribbon on this wonderful project. Flag Day as a symbol of American unity. Seems a good day for that. Rush River Commons is a great example of the community working together to build consensus on a project. Many of us have been and will continue to be engaged with the town council to ensure that everyone in the community will continue to have a voice in the process, and I'm really happy to see so many people here today. This project is being done in a phased approach, so we can learn and improve every step of the way, and I have to say the conversations we've had to date, you have listened and brought back ideas or changed things for us, for the recommendations you were given. So I really appreciate that. And I think it's important that we know that we can preserve our way of life while enriching the environment for citizens and our small businesses. And I think this is a great project to prove that. Thank you so very much for all your effort. Thank
Kier.
And here's Mr. Kier.
I won't keep you
who's
long.
the supervisor for this in the county.
Right, they say in business and politics, never let them see you sweat. And I'm trying hard. But
Well, thank you very much for your comments.
first of all, I want to say thank you to the Ockery family, to Chuck for this generosity. I don't know that Rappahannock County in recent times, perhaps ever, has seen this kind of philanthropic contribution to the community. And by any measure, it's a big deal. It's a big deal for Mimi Fords and the team at the food pantry who now have a permanent home. It's a big deal for young families and retirees and other folks who might want to downsize and live in a smaller dwelling at a different price point than maybe they're experiencing now. And it's a big deal because the housing units that will be added here incredibly will offset precisely the number of housing units that have been lost in Rappahannock County in the last decade, and I think that's really something. 18 units doesn't sound like a lot, but it covers a decade of housing loss, so I think that's really important to bring us back to that level. And as Debbie and Drew and Joe pointed out, it's also a big deal because this project, let's face it, nothing this significant has happened in Rappahannock County before. And here, my gratitude is really in order, Mr. Ockery, because you took the time and went to the great expense with your legal and your architectural and your engineering teams to work closely with my counterparts in the town government to make sure that this project doesn't disrupt or in any way turn on end the rural nature of life here in Rappahannock County. So we're grateful for your work with the town government and meeting them halfway on what I think will be a great contribution to our county, but one that will really enhance the rural character of our community. So thank you again.
Thank you. Before you all get into the goodies, they were donated by the inn, so we want to thank them for that. Part of the community effort. One member of the County Board of Supervisors looked up at me one day at one of these public hearings and said, "Well, you're no developer." That's precisely right. And I just give you a quick background on this lot. It starts with my calling up Nick Lapham, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago and saying, "You know, that piece of property you got down there on Warren Avenue, would you be interested in selling it?" And he said, fine, he'd be happy to sell it for what he had in it. And I think it was probably, maybe, Jimmy DeBerg might have been in it originally with him as well. But they basically preserved this from being developed because it was commercially zoned and you could do almost anything on this property. So Nick made that very possible for us, and we started out trying to figure out what to do. And we had what I call the listening tour, and we went around the county for a year talking to people about what they thought should be on this property, how it should be developed, and so on. And during that process, the food pantry got upended a little bit in their project down off of 211, and so I got on my white horse and came riding up and said, "Oh, we can fix that." Little did I know. At any rate, so that's what happened, and then we went through the process of design with Gensler and with landscape architect Michael Ferguson's firm, and truly because of all of the comments, really well thought out comments by the Planning Commission and the Architectural Review Board, we absolutely have a finer project than what we'd originally contrived, but that's sort of normal in this process. And so we, just along with all of you, we are really happy to be at this place. We, as I say, we won't be actually putting 2x4s up in the air here for a while yet. We got a lot of dirt and stuff to move first, but and that will be visible right over here. And then beyond that are the wetlands and the stream, and then beyond that is what we call phase 2, which is the piece of ground that rises up the hill, and we hope to have good success between the town council and the board of supervisors in coming to an agreement for what we call the boundary line adjustment. And with that, I think I'm through. I just will tell you that the project here is owned by Black Kettle LLC, an LLC I formed to buy it. And in late 2021, our family donated Black Kettle ownership to an operating foundation called Sherwood Fund. Everybody will know the owner is Black Kettle, which is true, but the project overall is owned by an operating foundation, and so there's no real profit motive in this at all. You should understand that. We're just trying to do something that really makes sense for the community and and works well. And so right over here there's some gray dust on the ground. That's where they did a test well for geothermal. We're gonna have geothermal systems in the buildings, and we're gonna have solar panels on the roofs, and we're just doing all kinds of things that we can to make this a really efficient, effective place that some people will call home, either because they live here or they work here. And so right behind us, going straight back this way, is where the Warren Avenue building is going to, office building is going to be. Right over this way a little bit is where the food pantry will be. And then around that willow tree there is where we will see the housing units, or where we won't see the housing units, but where they're going to be. And in that we have 6 one-bedrooms, 6 two-bedrooms, 4 two-bedroom apartments, and 2 three-bedroom apartments. 16 out of the 18 will be all in the category of what they call affordable housing, which is based on rental rates in the surrounding area. And so it's going to be a terrific opportunity, and we look forward to it. And we're really, really thrilled that all of you have reached out to us either in person, in emails and letters, stopped us on the sidewalk or whatever. And my wife and me, everybody else in. Thanked us for what we're undertaking, so we appreciate it. We want to go do the shovel. Shoveler.
Well, I don't need to be.
You're number 6. Hop in there.
We only have 2 lanes here. I'll get on the.
They really are. Chuck! Come on, you have to do this. Yay.
So, here's the foul for it. All we need is the actors.
Yeah.
It does still send us that 1 o'clock coming when we leave.
I needed it.
Yeah, right, yeah.
One thing I did was spray for bugs.
Smart move.
I knew we were in a field.
Smart move.
Yeah.
I didn't,
Oh, yeah.
but I'm glad I'm not wearing my shorts that I planned on wearing.
Come on, Chuck, we need you back over here.
Yeah. Let's get the picture.
Come on, Chuck, we gotta go to press.
Yeah.
I do. Huh?
Yeah, what we want is the visitor, the observers in the back. Yeah. So that the photographer has the best view. Great. Chuck, come on, if you need to get the first shovel there, Chuck. Okay.
We got everybody looking
We're like herding cats around here. If you guys can see us over here, then we can see you. Ready? Looks like you're going to work. You got more shovels than you have workers. More workers than you have shovels. That should get on up in there. Yeah, there we go.
Can we just get one over here as well? Hi.
All right, aye.
Thank you.
Oh, hey, Rosie. All right. Okay. Okay, we need somebody. Chuck, put your foot down there and give me some dirt.
I got plenty of dirt on you, I can say that. There we go. Done it very slowly.
Yeah, we haven't.
Break ground, you know.
Whoa.
Wow, I didn't know how to use it.
Yeah, that guy's no, definitely not.
There's Earth there.
Reeler.
There you go.
Breaking grass.
There you go.
Okay.
You guys get any dirt over there? There's some dirt.
Okay, you guys ready? All eyes up here.
All the dirt. Just call me.
Okay, ready?
All right.
Yeah, we got it. Now we got it.
One just right here. Thank you.
You got it. Okay, we got a pea coat in the middle. We're waiting for some dirt there.
That's good.
Okay.
Yeah, Mimi's got it.
got her phone.
We need her to look up so we can see your face. There we go. That's better. That's better.
I know dirt too, but as a lawyer,
Good. We got it. It's all good. Great. Thank you. You guys done?
Hip, hip, hooray.
I thought we'd hit water.